Are you pouring hours and hours into creating just beautiful content, but then when you finally hit publish, absolute crickets? Well, why is your content not getting views? It is incredibly frustrating when all your hard work just doesn't seem to reach anyone. But look, here is a massive secret that most creators completely miss. The average lifespan of a standard social media post is, 24 hours maybe? But on Pinterest, a single piece of content can drive traffic for months, sometimes literally even years. So welcome to this explainer, because today we're going to completely shift how you think about driving traffic online.
Today, we are diving deep into a masterclass on the Pinterest SEO blueprint. We're going to help you completely conquer this visual search engine. My goal over the next few minutes is to equip you with the exact strategies I've seen work day in and day out over the past 2 decades. We are going to transform you from a beginner into an absolute master of Pinterest SEO, and we're using modern, 2026 best practices to do it. So if you want to rank pins, grow your monthly views, and drive massive website traffic, you're in the exact right place.
But before we get into the granular, tactical stuff, we absolutely need to shift your mindset. Traditional social media focuses really heavily on followers, likes, and honestly keeping users trapped in an endless scroll. Pinterest is an entirely different beast. It's a visual search engine. Its core focus is on search intent and, most important for us, outbound clicks. Think about it. Users go to Instagram to see what their friends are doing, right? But they go to Pinterest to plan their future and actually take real action.
Okay, let's dive right into this. We've got a highly structured ecosystem blueprint for you. We are going to cover 1. Decoding the algorithm. 2. Mastering Pinterest SEO. 3. Designing click-worthy pins. 4. Strategic content planning. And finally, 5. Monetization and growth.
Let's kick things off with Pillar 1, decoding the Pinterest algorithm. Because before we can optimize your profile or design a single pin, we need to know exactly how the platform values your content behind the scenes. And honestly, the Pinterest algorithm isn't magic, it's just math. It's looking for very specific core ranking signals: search intent, saves, click-through rate, and outbound clicks. When users save your pin, they're bookmarking it for their own future. And when they click through to your website, that tells the algorithm your pin was compelling enough to inspire real action. Master these signals, and I promise you, the algorithm becomes your best friend.
Which brings us right into Pillar 2, mastering Pinterest SEO.
Setting up a proper business account is really just step 1. Now we have to make sure your content can actually be found by the people who need it most. Everything in search relies on keywords, obviously, but the real secret lies in long-tail keywords. By definition, these are highly specific, multi-word search phrases that reveal exact user search intent, and crucially, they have much lower competition. So don't just target a broad, crowded term like marketing. That's way too hard. Target something like digital marketing templates for beginners. To find these gems, rely heavily on the Pinterest search bar's auto-suggestions and the Pinterest Trends tool. Actually, pro tip here, treat the Pinterest search bar exactly like Google's autocomplete. It is a free goldmine telling you exactly what your audience wants right now.
Now, what's really interesting about this is how you weave a complete SEO web. It's just not enough to slap some keywords on a pin and hope for the best. You've got to think of it in 3 distinct layers. First, your profile. Your display name and bio absolutely must state what you do. Next up, your boards. The titles and descriptions there need accurate categorization. And finally, the pin itself. Your titles, your descriptions, and even the text overlaid on the actual image all have to align with those long-tail keywords. When all 3 of these layers are working together, your content becomes virtually unstoppable in the search results.
Moving right along, let's look at Pillar 3, designing click-worthy pins. SEO does the heavy lifting of getting your pin onto the screen for sure, but it's your highly visual, creative execution that actually stops the scroll. With users scrolling so rapidly on their mobile devices, you literally have fractions of a second to grab their attention. That's why you need an optimal 2 to 3 vertical image, simply because it takes up the maximum screen real estate on a phone. Combine that with bold typography, strategic color psychology, and really high contrast to stand out in a sea of other images. And this is crucial. You must have a clear call to action and strong text overlay. Remember, the text on your image is almost always read way before the pin description below it. Tie all of that together with consistent branding, and your audience will instantly recognize your work.
Now, you might be thinking, wow, that sounds like an overwhelming amount of design work, but it really doesn't have to be. By setting up a super streamlined Canva workflow, you can eliminate all that guesswork. Just set up master templates so you aren't starting from scratch every single time. Drop in high-quality lifestyle photography or mockups so the user can easily picture the end result. Sprinkle in a bit of AI image generation for some unique backgrounds, and lock in your brand colors. Once you do that, suddenly you're bulk creating dozens of gorgeous, optimized pins in just a single sitting.
Okay, on to Pillar 4, strategic content planning.
So we have these gorgeous SEO-optimized pins. Now, how do we systematically publish them to build a robust content calendar and really get that steady momentum going? We need a balanced approach here. Think of fresh pins as a spark. Feeding the platform new images regularly signals the algorithm that your account is active and relevant today. But evergreen pins, those are your oak trees. They're these timeless pieces of content that will steadily generate search traffic for months or even years to come. So the crucial point is that you absolutely need both. Fresh pins spark that immediate algorithmic momentum, while evergreen pins build your long-term foundational traffic. And a huge part of that evergreen strategy involves seasonality. Believe it or not, Pinterest users are major planners. They are actively searching for Christmas decor in September and summer vacations in March. By planning 3 months out for your trend analysis and 2 months out for creation, you give the algorithm plenty of time to index your pins so they peak exactly when the rest of the world finally starts searching.
Finally, we reach Pillar 5, monetization and growth.
We've built this incredible engine. Now it's time for the ultimate payoff. Let's move to how this builds a massive revenue engine through lead generation, affiliate marketing, and direct sales. When you master outbound clicks, you can direct all that highly intent-driven traffic to external landing pages, selling a robust digital product portfolio. We're talking Canva templates, planners, Lightroom presets, Notion templates, eBooks, or comprehensive courses. Because these users are actively searching for solutions, they arrive primed and ready to download your lead magnets or purchase your digital products the absolute moment they click through your pin.
But of course, a strategy is only ever as good as the data backing it up. Consistently tracking your Pinterest analytics is totally non-negotiable. Reviewing your data allows you to optimize your engagement rates and truly scale up your lead generation. By seeing exactly which pins get the most outbound clicks, you know precisely what type of content to repurpose and double down on for next month's content calendar.
1 million. 1 million monthly impressions. And this brilliantly illustrates the ultimate goal here. Look, for many beginners, this number sounds like an impossible dream. No way, right? But it is a highly attainable, totally realistic milestone when you follow this precise ecosystem blueprint. By combining search intent, long-tail keywords, click-worthy visual design, and a proactive seasonal strategy, scaling to 1 million impressions and generating the thousands of real website visits that come with it is entirely within your reach.
Which brings us to our final and definitely most important question. Are you ready to start your 30-day Pinterest growth plan? You now have the complete blueprint to optimize your SEO and command clicks. So I'm challenging you today. Stop screaming into the void of traditional social media feeds and start answering the questions your audience is actively searching for. So, what will your first million view pin be about? Dive in, start optimizing, and watch your traffic soar.